theory today at some point.
Will that do it?
Yeah.
Are we live for real?
I mean, that's okay.
While I'm there taking selfies.
You can take a selfie.
Take a selfie.
You know what I mean? Your hair looks good. Oh, yeah, we're definitely live because I can hear us. Seriously.
Hello, people. Come
Hi.
inside.
Can you remove thanks?
Yeah.
You probably need to put something on
I
there.
shouldn't be sharing my drink that's unsponsored.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
For real. Okay, everybody in the chat, please, you know what to do. Like, share this video. Let's get into it. Say hello as well. This is a bit crazy because
it is a bit crazy. No, I'm actually watching.
Oh yeah. Okay. And then I'll control the doc.
Yeah. So guys, you have to understand something. Yeah. As you can see, it's a little bit of a different setup today. Yeah, and we've been left kind of on our own. So we're doing it our way, which means that we don't have a laptop, we don't have an iPad. We're gonna kind of wing it a little bit.
I think.
Let's see.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Your Aunties Could Never.
Yes.
As edited by Shada and Nana.
Basically.
Wow.
You guys kind of will know the vibes, innit? Like the anchor host, AK, is not here. So it's kind of like the unruly kids. Because we probably are the slightly unruly ones. And so just join the ride with us, innit? It's going to be a little bit different.
A little bit different. But we do have a guest here today. We have the lovely, gorgeous, very talented, and also came in a previous show, and then we had a fire alarm, and then came back. Marianne Sunshine!
I fit in really well because I'm unruly too. So let's go.
Love it.
It's just going to be an unruly show.
Yes.
But you've come to the place where you're going to hear fire takes.
Yeah.
You are going to give you advice. And there's a lot to talk about.
There is a lot to talk about. So much going on in the social media and literal streets.
Yes. All right. Let's start with welcome to the family or enemy of progress. Is there anybody that has one?
See, the thing is, I should have prepped, isn't it? But
yeah,
another week, another Monday, another not prepping. You know what? I think welcome to the family. I mean, she's already there.
Okay.
Anyway, no. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Welcome to the family to everyone who went to Beyonce's last show. Beyonce herself, her whole family, and everybody who went to Paris. Yeah, for the weekend because they had an amazing time, and I was living through them.
Yeah,
it was great.
No, very true, very true. All of the different media on Usher has been great. It's been good. I have a welcome to the family. I want to welcome Blue Tulesma to the family. Blue, do you follow Blue?
Yes. Oh yes.
On Insta, she goes by Blue Centric.
Yes.
Blue put me on properly to the Kardashians.
What?
Yes. Blue went in. It's phenomenal how much receipts Blue has on the Kardashians.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Have you seen the little fight that Chloe and Kim had? Yeah,
on the phone. When they said that they've got in a group chat called Not Kourtney.
Imagine.
Yes.
Rude.
So rude.
So rude.
All right. Blue has another take on it. Blue showed, that Travis Barker has been in love with Kim for over a decade.
Oh, that's cold.
And so the receipts are that basically
cold.
Kourtney hates Kim because her husband is in love with Kim. So she didn't have to marry the man that was in love with her sister.
But the thing is, I hear it. I do hear it. But two things can be true at the same time, yeah? You can be a trifling older sister and you can be a trifling younger sister at the same time. And they're both bad as each other, as far as I'm concerned. I appreciate the receipts, I do, but I feel like I knew there was a something there with Travis. I think I heard about that before, so it didn't surprise me.
That's weird.
But they are weird. But don't you think they are weird? I mean, we was talking about it, wasn't we? Look at Kylie and Tiger
who
and
was
China.
China was Kim's friend. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
They're all in it
They do
together.
it all the
but
time.
siblings is different though. Like
I
literally,
mean-
if a man is professing love for your sister for years, apparently, allegedly, there was an affair at one stage.
Excuse me?
Yes,
Allegedly.
Oh, let me go.
allegedly.
Let me
His
go.
ex-wife says they didn't reconcile their marriage because of Kim.
But
And then Kourtney married him.
And then Kourtney married him.
not at the same time. I don't even know why I feel like I'm defending.
I don't even know why you are either.
Because of facts, innit? Because there was some time that, but it's 15 years.
Is that okay?
I'm not saying it's okay,
It
but
could
it
be
wasn't like it just happened the
Yeah,
next day.
It could be 50 years.
Do you know what I
No,
mean? No, you shouldn't be doing that.
I'm not marrying anyone who's in love with my sister. No.
Documented. In
No
his,
way.
in his
Right in his book.
autobiography,
That's crazy.
he
Yeah.
says, I was in love with Kim.
Especially if
But
it's going to
don't
make you resentful towards your sister, which she clearly is. No.
Don't you think it's weird though? Yeah, that message that she showed of the mother sending the daughter, so Travis's ex-wife sending their daughter a message.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's weird that she says Travis? Like, I was just like,
Instead
your
of your
dad,
dad.
or do you know what I mean? Like, I thought that was weird to me. I don't know. if
I
being
wouldn't be
that
surprised
PR.
if they don't do mum or dad.
Better than spend
But
on her.
to the child.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, as in the kids may not do mum or dad either.
Oh, you think
I
so?
wouldn't be surprised if they were that
They call
family.
the kids-
No, they're rock stars.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if
She calls her dad Travis.
I wouldn't be
Think so.
surprised.
Oh god.
Weird.
Well, they're weird.
Yeah.
I
weird.
would.
The whole Hollywood is
Honestly,
weird.
You're arguing with your daughter and putting like, you know, the bare bones of your marriage in Texas
Yeah.
to her, to your daughter.
Oh,
So everybody is a bit
wow.
nuts.
Alabama, I think. Her name
Yeah,
is.
Alabama.
Yeah.
It's the name Alabama.
Mhm.
I'm so
For
I
real.
just had to point that.
Yeah. would
So we know what we're
would you
dealing with.
name your child Alabama?
Absolutely not, Nana.
Alabama?
I would
No.
not. No. No offense to anyone called Alabama.
No
Because I
offense
know
to
how
anyone called
you
Alabama.
guys stay. I know how you guys like to tussle in the freaking comments.
But yeah,
that's
so welcome Blue, because she put me on, because I didn't scream Team Kourtney because I'll never be a Team Kardashian, but I did think Kim was the fuckwho's one.
She's always.
But they
she's
both
always-
are.
She's always.
I don't think it's worse. I don't think it's worse. I think they both are bad. Like, they're bad to each other, because it's just like, at the same time, like, even though that happened, she didn't have to sit on the phone and bring those things up. She
Yeah,
just
that
didn't
was
have to
so
do
out
that.
of order.
She didn't have to. You don't have to have a group chat saying not Kourtney. Even if you do, you don't need to
That's
say it on the
tell her.
call.
You
And then you
tell
don't have
her.
to say that, oh, your friends don't want to talk to you, and actually your kids don't want to talk to you either. Like,
That's-
what the hell?
Oh no, but you could see the progression though, how
Huh?
she got there. If she starts off saying me and you, talking me and you terms with her sister, and then Kourtney keeps on calling her a narcissist and everything is about you. So then you escalate it, innit?
Well,
You
it's
try and
not
bring your
just me,
advocates.
yeah.
It's not just me, it's your
But
friends.
that's what a narcissist would do, though. This is the thing. I just don't. I was so confused on that. If you're trying to prove that you're not a narcissist, then don't do these things. That's what we.
But
because
then you're
trying
being like, it's not just me, there's others in it.
yeah, but if
But then
it's
couldn't
an
Kourtney
actual-
also be the narcissist?
I think both of them could be.
The whole
Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's
family.
one
The
or the
whole
other.
family.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
The
I
whole
really don't.
family.
Because look at it. Just look at it.
It is a
It's
mess.
Yeah.
it is a mess. That is a terrible family example though. And Chris is also like my enemy of progress. Because I feel
What?
like Chris has created this with her kids.
Of course she has.
She is like
Kim's the favorite.
yes, you can't have
Yeah.
favorites as a mother.
Kim's
It's
the favourite.
absolutely disgusting parenting.
But is it honest though? I mean, I don't think it's.
Girl,
No, because you know what? There are people out there that will know and will feel like their whole lives that they are not the favorite. They know who their parent's favorite is, whether it's
Right.
their mother or their father.
Yeah, but
So
you don't
is
want to
it
hear that
just-
shit.
No, you might not want to hear
You
it, but it
don't
might
wanna
just
hear
be a
that.
reality.
No, you can't even.
No,
It
you
shouldn't
can't
be
do
a
that.
thing, and you shouldn't ever hear it. You should never have
I just
footage of your mum basically saying, "This
This is
daughter
my
is the
favorite
best."
child. Yeah,
yeah,
no.
but I just don't think how humans are wired that way. We are wired to have favorites.
Not with
Nah,
your children. They annoy.
But
Listen,
why does it happen then?
not with your, because the
they're-
mothers are
So
narcissists.
mothers have to
Because the
pretend.
mother's weird. That's weird. I find that weird. You can't have a favorite
nothing.
child.
You cannot.
They're annoying at different times. They might be. You might have a favorite on a day.
Yeah.
Because the others are acting annoying. But in general, you can't
But
have
what
a
if-
favorite child.
Yeah,
No.
but what if what if they are actually annoying? So what if it is what Blue was saying? But it's true. They're people. Anyone can annoy you.
But you'll find redeeming qualities in them because they're your kids.
You just allow them because you love them.
No,
That's what it is. I get it. No, it's all right. I got you.
Oh my God.
You just allow them, you know.
No.
This is not how
No.
it goes, guys.
No.
Like-
No, you know the good side of them.
Mhm.
You know the good side of them. So people find them annoying, but you'll find the good in them. Yeah.
Okay.
She just nodding her head like whatever, man.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bit of a remix, but same thing.
Oh my God. All right. So welcome to the family, Blue. I love your
Yes.
facts. I love your journalism. Like, yeah, just big
Yeah.
up. And everybody should follow her. She is amazing. Like, brilliant woman. Okay. So we have
yes.
nobody else. We start with what have you heard?
Oh, also, sorry, before you go on, hi
Yeah.
guys watching us. We've got
Who's in the building?
Sistrin, we've got I Am Tammy, ETV, Ivy Max, and Dammy J. Hello, welcome. And thanks for joining
Hi.
us. Make sure you get involved in the conversation, leave your comments, we'll try and read out. Although we're on phones, we'll try and read out as much as we can today.
Remember, yes, we're gonna try. we're going for it. So, what have you heard?
Mhm.
There's quite a few bits out there, but let's start off with the tragedy that took place in Croydon.
Yeah.
I know we may as well go in hard
Mm.
from the jump, but yes. So I don't have a day here. Was it Thursday?
It's Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday it took place? So Wednesday,
Mm.
there was a 15-year-old girl that was stabbed in Croydon.
Trigger warning, please, guys. So,
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I should have started with the trigger. Yeah, she was stabbed in Croydon by her, it seems to be her friend's ex-boyfriend.
Mm.
There was an altercation that took place. She was trying to stop it, actually, allegedly, but like loads of eyewitnesses were saying she was actually like trying to look after her friend, and the boyfriend produced a very large knife and stabbed her, and subsequently she died. Really, it's just like my questions are like just, processing what that is, that experience for our community as well, because this is a tragedy, but just what are we doing with young people, and what should be his punishment as well? As a 17-year-old, we don't know who he is. It keeps on going through my mind, like what should be his punishment as to what he's done? Should he be locked up forever? I don't know. I'm not firm on this justice. I know that's controversial to even go into, but I'm struggling with this one because they're all kids.
I hear you, but at the same time, I definitely am more in the camp of you need to go down for life.
Yeah.
Like life isn't actually life in this country. Do you know what I mean? But you need to do a long bird for this, because it's just like this is it was so extreme, right? It's just so extreme reaction to what was actually happening or allegedly happened anyway. So the story goes is that, they had been together, got into an argument, not together anymore, and he was trying to reconcile the relationship.
Yeah.
So in him doing that, he got her maybe some chocolates, some roses and stuff, was trying to give it to her, and she didn't want it. And she said no. That no was met with violence.
Yes.
Extreme violence. Not just shouting, not just swinging, do you know what I mean? Extreme violence. And you came to that situation prepared for that violence. You came with intention. You came with a choice of like, if this doesn't happen, this is what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like that mindset is dangerous to society. When are we going to get into the point where it's just like, you know what? There are some people that don't need to be around us. There just isn't. Just not everybody needs to have that grace. Like it is so heinous a crime and just not to say that this would make it any better, but it's not like you just hit her or pushed her or called her names or whatever. You got her what seems to be a machete. Yeah.
People were saying it was like a mini sword.
Exactly, to try and
would they call it a jumbo knife?
They
you
call
it a jumbo knife.
So it's just like, no, just know, when is it going to stop? When is it going to end? Because if we do this like coddle thing, we're still going to produce these types of people in our society. It's not working. Get rid of them. He needs to go down. He needs to go down. They need to send a message that is misogyny, this violent behavior towards women, towards young girls, towards Black young girls is not acceptable. It can't run. It can't run.
What do you think? A good bird?
Yeah, he has to go to jail. But knowing what I know about youth violence, he'll probably get 15, maybe 20 the most, to be honest. And then he's going to be 38 when he comes out? He's still going to be able to have kids, live a life and do all the things that poor girl can no longer do.
Yeah.
So the first thing I thought when I cried my eyes out on Wednesday, you know.
Yeah.
Cried my eyes out on Wednesday. And then Thursday morning, it got worse when you found out it was the friend that was trying to protect her friend. It's a mad situation. With that boy, the first thing I thought is they need to sit him down and really get into his head. And somebody needs to talk to, he needs to go to jail. But somebody needs to talk to him and find out where that mindset came from at 17. Because I've heard about relationships. The first thing I thought was you left your house with flowers and a knife.
Yeah.
And that's two completely separate mindsets. But then I thought, no, actually it isn't. Because if you're narcissistic and you're misogynistic and you're controlling and you're abusive and toxic, you're like, she's going to take these flowers.
Yeah.
She's probably already told him because the relationship has ended. And it's weird to think about because they're teenagers.
Yeah.
She probably already told him she doesn't want to know, which makes me think about what abuse allegedly she might have been going through before this happened at such a young age.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And then his mindset was, well, do something nice for her. And if she doesn't take it, then I'm going to do something bad.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard about relationships like that where you go to offer something, they don't take it, and then they'll beat the woman up because they can't control her anymore. But how did his brain at 17 go straight towards killing her? I just can't fathom that at that age. And like you said, he left his house dressed in, allegedly he had on his school uniform. He had on a blazer.
He's 17.
He's 17, so maybe he goes to sixth form. I don't know. I don't know. But he left his house at 7, 8 o'clock that morning.
Yeah.
With the mindset to do, and I'm like, I just can't fathom it. I know it's happened before. I just can't fathom how his brain got to that state at such a young age.
Yeah.
Then we move to all the red pill incel culture that we have online, that the young boys are watching, and we can't rule that out. People are saying, well, we can't say that. We can't say it's that, but we can't rule it out either. Yes. Because this is not normal. When I was going to school when I was 15, I was worried about boys talking to me and I'll just tell them where to go.
Yes.
I wasn't worried about them killing me. I wasn't worried about them slapping me or hitting me or pushing me or anything like that, much less killing me. And now I've got to worry about my nieces who are in secondary school, who I've taught to stand up for themselves and advocate for themselves and have their own voices. If now I've taught them just something that could possibly get them killed.
But that's the scary thing.
It's scary.
But I would like to just add in that my upbringing was opposite, yeah? So violence from men was standard.
Wow.
Absolutely standard at that age. Yeah. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, well, what's new? I'm not surprised about this behavior. I'm not surprised about, do you know what I mean? Like that even this, obviously it's gone too far. Do you know what I mean? Like, of course, like kind of thing, but like just the anger, misogyny, the violence, like all of that kind of thing, that was rife. Absolutely rife.
That's crazy to think, you know, because very similar. I was like, actually, when I was in school and you would break up with somebody, like going back to being in year 11 and year 10, bare people had relationships, especially with older guys. And we've touched on that before, going to a girls' school.
Yeah.
The predatory behavior of coming and seeing a girl in her school uniform, and that means nothing. And you could be in college, sometimes even uni, sometimes you got a job and they would still come to the school gates. But the prevalence of violence, it wasn't a thing. It would be more at that time, like it was like the beginnings of chat rooms, so it was more like the slander of your name, like that getting out there, like you're a slag, you're a slosher. That was the thing, but not really violence from guys. Like we could go all around London and not really think about it. Not like now, because I was scared. I was totally like, that could have been my niece, you know?
Yeah.
And watching the videos and everything, and it's like, that could be my niece. And so what do? You don't have a boyfriend. You like all of those things. It's like all of the knee-jerk.
No. The thing is, I think there's a couple of things. Like obviously she's 15, he's 17. That can't run.
Number one.
Do you know what I mean? That can't run
so
number one.
Do you think that's too old?
I think like I think this shows again.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Just not. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's my thing. Okay, yes, it can happen, but it's not necessary. I would advise against it. Like, just stick with your own age at those ages. Like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Don't have to go with someone because then you've got that added layer of like, he's an older guy, being embarrassed by a younger girl, he's still in school. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just not going to be respected in the same way. It's easy to take advantage. And then I don't even know, maybe we don't even have enough time, but like the amount of violence I saw as a young black girl growing up in Brixton was just insane. Even myself, like I remember one time, I won't go into it too deeply, but like I was defending someone. So I really resonated with this girl because she was having a fight with someone else and I was stopping her from getting stabbed. So the girl was just like, bring me the knife. And I was like, no. And me and my sister were holding these girls apart like it's not going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I must have been like 14. The story gets mixed up. I then become the target. The girl's brother kicks me down at a bus stop.
Oh my Lord.
Like you jumped.
Like I'm just like, hold it a second. What's happening?
That's
so like,
crazy.
do you see what I mean? So it's just like, this is not new. It's not new to me at all.
Lord.
Like this happens all the time. Girls getting slapped up, punched up, like even in the hostel system, like girls getting kidnapped. Like these things happen. They happen. Like, so I don't want to, do you know what I mean? Give this impression that it's not out there.
Yeah.
It's prevalent. And nothing from my point of view has really changed.
Yeah.
No,
I can't really blame these podcasts. They're not great. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we're on a podcast, but we say different things.
Yeah.
Do you know
like
what I mean?
the men with podcasts.
You know? but there is a lot of that toxic behavior. Like even talking to my nephews, sometimes when they come up with these things, I have to challenge things like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, the boys that I grew up with, they had the same mindset. They didn't have podcasts. Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
It is even when they talk about the algorithm and like the cycle of it, you have to have that thought process for the algorithm to pick up what to feed you.
Yeah,
it doesn't actually really go the other way around. So what, you're spot on. The misogyny has always been there.
It came first. It comes first, doesn't it? It's
just the medium now allows it to be shared over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But that's scary though anyway, that you even saw so much violence as a teenager. That is thinking actually the only times the girls from my school that got jumped was in Brixton.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, there was like 3 occasions, but it was in Brixton that they got jumped.
To go South London.
No, was I really.
I wasn't allowed.
Nor was I really.
I wasn't allowed South London.
I wasn't. I went, but I wasn't allowed.
I wasn't allowed, mate.
But yeah, it was. I mean, obviously, it's a different time and stuff, but like you do have to have, and maybe that's like makes you more vigilant. It makes you more aware. It makes you more like cautious of things.
That's a good thing. It doesn't normalize it though.
Yeah, and
that's a good thing.
And less tolerant actually as well. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Of like, okay, I can't actually talk to that person. I don't know what that person's about because they could potentially be a threat.
That's crazy.
And it's
I know.
But a lot of people, myself included, like live like that for a very long time.
Yeah.
Very, very long time.
So this could just be something that he just seen all his life, really. His brothers, his uncles, his dad, whatever. This just could be just normal behavior for him.
I know.
This is it.
And we're never going to hear from the family. That's the other thing. There's something in the reconciliation for the community that, I mean, it's dangerous at this point. But I would love to hear some more context.
That's
from
what I said.
the families.
Somebody needs to speak. I want to hear from this kid.
Yeah.
I want to hear his mindset. I want to know what made him leave his house that morning with knife, flowers, and chocolates?
Boy,
that's what I want to know.
Precisely that.
I don't wanna,
I want to know.
I don't want to like write off, but I just want to just point out there just some people that are just evil.
Wow.
Like evilness does also exist. Do you know what I mean? So,
but he wasn't born evil.
Dig there.
He wasn't born evil. He was born an innocent baby like everybody else.
Okay,
so
fair.
what? Yeah. So
but
what happened to him to get to 17? Yeah. 17 years is not long.
Yeah.
For
him to get to 17.
But it's not. I mean, but it's not.
And it's not like he woke up that morning and he obviously he'd been like, I would say maybe 13, 14. He'd been like that. Allegedly,
yeah,
but, you know, to give context to it.
Back in the day, those boys killed that little boy.
They were 10, 11, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they were 10, 11.
Like,
it is
some
true.
evil kids
Crazy.
out there, man.
Oh man,
they just see some stuff. Okay, all right. Let's move on to Ebony K. Williams is back out here again.
Oh, yes,
talking to black women.
What's the sign?
Telling black women what they should be doing in college and how they should focus more. So she's saying, yeah, basically, it's like black women, when you're in college, you're there, you're trying to get your degree, but also you should be thinking about marriage because as you get older, you depreciate. While men, as they get older, they appreciate. So because we're depreciating as we get older, you should think when you're in your prime, you know, like before 25, get your degree and get married and have kids.
How many kids do you have, Ebony? Okay.
But isn't
because who's she talking to? Who's she talking to? The call
no,
coming from inside the
but
house.
she did clarify because I saw a clip, her talking because there was one caller apparently that called up and was disagreeing with her, and they got her, or she was on the show, she disagreed with the point, and they got them both to talk on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
I can't remember her name so bad, but she was saying, I'm talking to, because she was like, oh, you know, I felt away. And she's like, yeah, you're not the audience though. I'm talking to the girls,
the young ones.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's valid. I don't fully agree with the sentiment of it, but I think it's valid. I think it's absolutely valid. I think that in this, I don't like the words appreciate and depreciate. I don't like those words at all.
Don't like those value concepts.
I don't like that either. No, I don't like none of that. But I think there is something like if that's what you want, yeah, there is some benefit about finding your partner at a university kind of level and building that foundation from that. There is definitely some benefit there.
Who told Ebony those girls are not doing that? They're doing that.
No, some of them are. Yeah, that's true. That's
they're
true.
doing that.
That's true.
It's just she that don't have a man. That's all it is. It's she. Their girls are doing that. The girls that want to do that are doing that. They're going to college. They're going to university. They're going to find the men that they want to find to marry and have their children with. They're doing that. It is harder for some women. Because I think the ratio of men to women in America and England, whatever, but Ebony likes to talk. And Ebony needs to talk to her mirror. That's what she needs to do. And do some meditation and some breathing and go find a man. That's what Ebony needs to do.
I think everything she said was really valid. Like, I agree. No, okay, so you're in uni. Let's say a college girl, you're there, you're just getting your degree. You're not really thinking about later on. You think like life is going to come later.
I disagree
but
with
I think you've got to tell people.
I disagree with that. I think when these girls go to university, they're looking for a Harvard man, a Morehouse man, a Stanford man. They go to university looking for their husband.
But the stats show that they're not. And white women are
finding them.
But they're there, but they're not going to the right places. So it's very detailed. I thought she was very thorough. There are certain campuses where all of the guys are. You need to find a minor there. Like, be very intentional about what you're doing. So you do your degree, yes, but place yourself where the guys are, because that's what the white women are doing. And that's why they go in there and they get a degree and they come out as a missus.
I hate when we compare myself.
No, it's just the intentions of what you're doing.
I don't like it.
I know, but the truth of the matter is, though, that there's quite a few, and especially African Americans. So it's not the same all around the world.
We have to also look at the fact that if they're looking for black men are going for those same white women. So there's a lower pool of men.
I just never agree with those facts.
Yeah,
like, those statements, because it's just like the majority of black people marry black people in the community. Do you know what I mean? So like, but I do think that if that that is something that you want. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is easier. It just in terms of like logic and hacks. Yeah, it's a life hack. Really and truly, that's how I see it. It's easier to get in there early. Because I think it's manipulative as well.
I can't even lie. I'm actually surprised that she has taken this stance on it, because I thought I was going to be battling this one alone.
Really?
So I am very surprised at Sade seeing
but
this.
for real, if that's what you want,
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah, of course, but
Do you know what I mean?
That's what they do. I mean, why does she think they're not doing that?
No, it's true. That is a
Why
very
does she-
valid thing.
why does she think they're not doing that?
I do think there are like a lot of women that are told that, in a sense, like just in community or just through family, that you find your husband there.
At
Do you know what I
university,
mean?
yeah.
At university.
Yeah.
You find
I
your
was never
friends
told that though.
and your
Yeah, I've
husband.
always heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always heard-
I
especially
definitely
in
was not
America,
told that.
especially in America.
I
Especially,
think it's an
especially in
African
America.
thing as well.
It's an African thing as well.
Yeah, I think so. Well, definitely. Like, it's just
Especially
like,
in America,
okay,
you
cool.
find
You
your husband
studied.
at
Where's your
uni.
husband?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like that. You should be, at least when you're doing your postgraduate, like your masters.
You're
Yeah.
joking.
Yeah.
You're so Nigerian about your master.
That's what they do. You go to university. That's a caliber of men. That is a certain caliber of men.
Yeah.
And that is where you find them. Or if you do not go to university, go hang out on the campus. Go find a man.
Yeah.
That's what I've always heard they done. So I don't know where she got that
Okay.
from, but she's giving them like.
Basically,
I feel
it's
like-
true. She's not saying nothing new.
So why
That's
say
the
it?
thing. That's the thing. She's not really saying
You
anything
can't say
new.
that though, because the
Why?
backlash of it is
Oh, yeah,
like she
yeah.
is saying something new. She's been getting guns left, right, and center.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
this-
like
yeah,
this
it's
is a
true.
new thing to be saying.
not
You
new.
can't tell people at this time. I find you can't tell people the merits
Anything.
of being married. Like, it's like, you can't picture me. That's what they do. So.
No.
But I would say for my friends that are all married like me, they kind of all met at university.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, there's something to it. So when she said it, I was like, no, she's talking, but I said it in the wings like a couple of times.
You're just like,
But yeah, I left a little comment in the corner. Like, I was like, I'm not getting Ebony's heat, but thank you for saying it, Ebony. You may have saved some
I think
sisters.
Ebony does it on purpose sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she
caught in it. She's
Yeah,
caught
I
in
think
it.
she does it on purpose sometimes.
100%. That's funny.
I don't want that heat though. She's getting it a lot.
I mean, I agreed with her
Yeah.
the last time. She said, "Don't date the bus driver. Date the man that
I
owns
mean,
the bus."
I was really like, what is all the fuss about? I was
I didn't see the problem.
I was confused.
I didn't see the problem. I didn't see the
and
problem.
I didn't think she was being disingenuous with how she said it either.
because she's earned a certain amount of money.
Mm.
She's not going to date a bus driver that can't take her to the dinners that she wants to eat
But this is
and
the
pay
thing.
the bills that she has to pay.
But
That just
people will
common
come
sense.
after her, but think that what's his name?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry is saying is okay.
Yeah.
Do you know? It's,
What
I guess because Tyler was saying like that she should
yeah.
fund a bus driver and let the bus driver pay the light bill and she pays everything else.
Yeah,
That's
this
what
is
Tyler
I'm
was saying.
Like, no, I'm not thinking. Look, the thing is, yeah, it depends what you're used to and it depends what you want. This is what I'm saying. Give people choice. If she doesn't want to date a just bus driver, then you're not for her.
Yeah.
Get out of her
And
way.
I
Get
think-
out of her lane. It's fine.
I
What's
think
the problem?
there's a problem with telling women to take something that they don't want.
Right.
There's a huge problem with, look, just take it because I gotta get nothing else.
Mm.
That's a
Okay.
huge problem with doing that. If you want a man that flies you out and buys drinks and does all that, there are men out there.
Mm.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing is that they're getting these, I don't want to say bus drivers because one of my family members are bus drivers, but they're getting these men that are not doing that. They
Yeah.
don't want to spend money on women and
Mhm.
trying to turn them into that type of man. Not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. If you, as a woman, don't mind being sugar mummy and paying for this man's
Mm.
bills, then there's plenty of men out there that will let you do that. If you want the opposite type of man, everybody just needs to find.
yeah.
But what everybody's doing is clashing
But
because
I just don't condemn what
what exactly?
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the other person
exactly
wants.
what
Like,
the other
why-
person wants.
You're not
Exactly.
it. Like, just move on.
Just
like,
go
what's
and find
the problem?
who
Why do you
the
have to worry
person
about
for
what
you.
that
That's
person
it.
wants? Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, we got a celebrity dilemma.
Okay.
It's another Kardashian. I didn't even know this.
Oh, serious?
But
You
now
love them.
now it's Khloe Kardashian's turn for us to sort out her life.
Okay.
All right.
Used to be a nice one.
She did used to. No,
Yeah.
she.
She used to be
No,
the
None
do
of them
know
are
what?
nice, you
Do
know. None of them are
yeah?
nice.
I will never forgive Chloe, yeah?
She do?
I will never. When she pretended that she had fertility issues, yeah?
What?
I will never forgive her for that.
You said never from the back of your throat.
Honest,
you know?
from the gut.
from
From the gut, mate. From the gut. Never forgive her. I thought that was out of order.
She pretended to have
yes,
fertility
yeah.
issues.
because she didn't have a baby with Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what she did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's cold.
She didn't have to do that.
No,
It was a crackhead, though.
Do you know what I
like-
mean? No, but do you
She
have
married
to?
a
But do you have to
crackhead.
lie
Come
like
on.
that? You don't have to
She-
lie like that.
I don't think she
For
knew
a
he was a
storyline.
crackhead at the beginning.
Girl, this
Girl.
shit. Come on.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
None of them are nice, but
Come on.
Chloe,
Serious.
Chloe
Come on.
needs our help.
But go on.
Chloe has confessed
Liar,
that she's
Chloe.
Chloe has confessed that she's hated every day of her 30s. She said the past decade has been torture after her traumatic relationship with Tristan and Lamar Odom.
Lamar.
So,
Lamar Odom.
now she's 39 years old. She's turning 40. And
Mm.
apparently this is a thing. There are loads of people coming out of their 30s and saying it was like really traumatic for them in their 30s. And they want their 40s to be new. And they want a new experience now because they're a bit wiser. How was the 30s for you guys? And what advice could you give Chloe to have a better decade in her
can't
40s?
remember.
I would
my
say to
30s.
Chloe, yeah,
Yeah.
go look at your bank account, man. Seriously, just look at your bank account. It's not traumatic, babe. It's not traumatic. You can go through some, so you can, of course,
Yes.
everybody can. But you are living a life of privileged luxury that some people can't even begin to fathom. Let's get some perspective here, please.
So
Her
full on
torture was
gratitude.
mental. And it weren't our fault.
It weren't our fault.
It weren't our fault. So we can't help her. It weren't our fault. Because her torture was mental. She was living her life on TV with her sisters. She could have opted out because remember, who was the first reality TV family?
Osborne's.
I remember there was one sister that was
Oh,
never
yeah,
on
Amy.
TV.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
She could have opted out. Chloe
She
didn't
could have
opt-
done a rob.
She could have done a rob.
Yeah.
She never. She lived through that, her 30s on TV. Then she was the chubby one. She didn't like being the chubby one. She went and got all that plastic surgery, and she still to this day denies ever touching her body or her face or everything else.
It's crazy.
And then she went and got the first crackhead to marry, and then the cheating one,
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
one, and decided to have 2 kids with him. After didn't he have a child before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what else did she do in her 30s? Did she teeth Trina Mantle?
That's what I
think so,
hear.
yeah.
Right. She teeth Trina.
So there's a
Man before
pattern
that.
in it.
So who tortured you? Tortured yourself. You tortured yourself.
Basically,
You
she was
tortured
trifling
yourself.
in it. That's the thing.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Chloe was the fun time Kardashian.
was.
Do you know what I mean? It was very entertaining to
Yeah.
watch. But am I sad? No, not really. Mm-mm. No, I can't. I can't take it on board. It's not my. It's not my.
I mean,
load.
we can swap problems. You can have my problems. I can have your money.
Yeah, do you know? That's what I'm saying. Look at your account.
Because I don't really have much problems in
You know
life.
what I
So, you know,
mean?
we can swap
And you'll have her bank account.
Yes.
all day.
But
what
do we
was I
have
gonna
any
say?
advice for people in their 30s
No,
that
what's
are
your
struggling?
first question? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah. Any advice for people that are struggling in their
Struggling
30s?
with what in your? What are you struggling
Like,
with in
so
your 30s?
I guess there's that. Maybe it's life hasn't kind of gone in the way that you thought. Like you think you're going to be settled by 30 and that doesn't happen. That's really real. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
turning 30 blues and then maybe going into 35 and it's still not happened yet. And you just feel like I'm failing.
I hear that. You know, I hear that. I was probably the oldest in the room. I hear that, but what I would say is that you're always going to feel like that until you make it.
Mm.
So you can't allow age to stop you from doing that. You can't get bogged down with ageism. You can't, because going into this era of my life, I'm starting a whole bunch of new stuff
Yeah.
that I could have done when I was in my 30s, but I didn't.
Mm.
But nothing's stopping me from doing it now. It might fail, but if I don't do it, I don't know if it's going to fail or win.
Yes.
So you can't do that. At 35, I wish I was 35 again. At 35, you're so young. Just keep going, especially if you're Chloe and you've got your bank account, love.
Do you know
Just
what I mean?
keep it moving. Just keep it moving and get rid of all those deadbeat men, please.
Honestly, I just think like try and embrace, like know that it does get easier. I think like when you finally hit your 40s, there is just like this magical thing that happens where you just stop caring.
Yeah.
You stop caring about other people, what people think, how you show up, all of these kind of things. You really do. And it's a beautiful thing. So know that is coming. So if that's like, you can be hopeful with that.
And that don't care thing gets worse as you get older.
This is what everybody says, isn't it? Every decade after then.
It gets worse. You really do not care as you get older. Trust me.
And it's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah,
it actually is really young. If you really think about that pressure to, like, when you're going 29 to 30 and it's like, oh, I haven't lived.
That's crazy.
You're so young.
Do you know what
Nothing ain't going on yet.
I was thinking about this the other day where they say an adult is 18. I feel like that should be pushed to 25.
It is 25.
Adulthood should start at 25.
Yeah, definitely.
You're not an adult at 18. You're still a child.
Yeah.
You're still a child at 18.
Well, your brain actually isn't developed until you're 25. So it's still growing. Your neuropaths are still, but they're still forming. 25, really, you've just stepped into something.
Yeah,
use your 20s to experiment. And in your 30s, to double down on the experimentation, and in your 40s, go into cementing something. In your 50s, you're going to thrive and flow. In your 60s, start reaping life. Just keep your body in tune. And then you go on, and we're probably going to be here until we're 110.
This is it.
So it's nothing when you're 30.
And that's the problem. Because we get told that we're adults at 80, everybody expects to have everything at 30. And in what? 12 years? No.
I will say that as well. Like, I think the commodification of these types of things, like these milestones, it's capitalism.
It is capitalism.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to throw these things away. Like, just try and block out the noise. Really, if anything, use that time to really kind of like focus on what you want to do, like where you want to be in life and that sort of thing. And like, try and map out your plan as much as you can, but not in a pressurized certain way. It's just like, you know, okay, I didn't achieve this year, but maybe I adapt, change, like, you know, try and get to the next
step.
Try
something else.
Yeah.
Try something. You have to try and fail, but you can't try and fail everything by the time you're 30.
No. That's way too much pressure. And it doesn't really matter. That's the thing.
It doesn't,
Really
that's
don't.
the thing. All right, we've got another one.
Mm-hmm.
The older women in my family are jealous of my happy relationship.
This is Chloe again.
I've been in a relationship with my man for a year and it's amazing. But the older women in my family keep making snide remarks about my relationship. My man spoiled me with trips, gifts, dinners, and for whatever reason, this pisses my mum and my granny off. I don't go out of my way to tell them about the things my man is doing, but they ask me and they see it on social media. They make sure to make a snide comment like, oh, must be nice. Oh, he's taking you out again. Oh, wow. He does spend quite a bit of money on me, but my mum is telling me to stop accepting the gifts. My grandmother asked if I wanted to get married, and before I could even reply, my aunt jumped in and said, oh, she don't have a ring yet, so who cares about this hypothetical wedding? The final straw was when my aunts called my man. Hang on, let me see. Right there, my aunts. At my aunts, my man called and my aunt made a remark in the background and said how I'm a diva and she doesn't know how my man puts up with me. I'm honestly so hurt by this and I don't know how to move forward. Should I just cut them all off?
Yes.
What should I do?
Cut them off.
I mean,
they do sound jealous. I'm sorry. They do sound jealous. So it's what things? They're ebony. They're maghetto. They're ebony. They're getting old. And they expected her to settle for the cheap man, and she didn't. It never happened to her. She got the good one.
Yeah.
And now they're vexed.
Oh.
But they wanted to give her advice, and she clocked life for them.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all it is. Be happy for her.
But should she
That's
really
the
cut them
thing.
off though?
The thing is, you know what? Sometimes it depends how much it's affecting you. Like, if it's like a true hindrance, then yes, absolutely. I just don't think that you should have to suffer anything ever. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I think, like, you know, if people are harming you or being disrespectful, if you speak to them and they don't change their ways, then yeah, you should. You have the right to do that.
Cut them off, but like, just cut your relationship off.
Yeah.
Do not talk to them about you, because it's clearly irritating them.
But that's horrible though,
So
as well.
horrible.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't talk to them about it, and they can't be happy for her. I will say though, just make sure that is the case.
Yeah.
As well. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes when people get feedback, they're just like, they hate me. They don't hate you.
Yeah, because they might be
you're talking too much.
They might be seeing something in the guy that she's not seeing.
Yeah, that's it. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's that. But if it is as you say it is, then yeah, I think like you have to keep your distance, man. Do you know what I mean? But I do see this though, especially in, I hate to say it, but older women, man. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes the comments are a bit too, and they're not, I don't know if they're conscious of it, but just a bit too negative.
Yes.
Like, especially I see it with kids. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I would say, yes, I was at a function and there was a child doing this amazing movement, let's say that. And some of the adults, women were just like, wish I could have done that. Oh my God, you're doing it again. I was just like, that to me was surprising.
It's hating.
Because I was just like, what? Like, my thing is like, that's amazing, like encouragement, right? Do you know what I mean? And kind of like cultivating that positivity, because you don't want to ever even indirectly give a child a complex. How they're showing up, there's something wrong with how they're showing up, that they shouldn't shine, that they shouldn't use their talent. Like, what is, it just seems weird. It just
that was
weird
such a thing though, isn't it? Like, to dull yourself down and just be silent and get by and do your, it's actually how some people were brought up. So they think that's keeping people safe. Like, don't stand out too much. Like, just do your thing, be quiet.
That's not the world we're living in.
At all. And there is a lot of hateration out there. I definitely echo your sentiments. Be very sure that this is jealousy and they're not seeing something in your man. Maybe he's dominating you. Like, there's money involved. Maybe you're not being your full self because you have this man. You never know.
Why did they call her a diva though?
Maybe she's showing off a little bit.
I mean,
I just say distance yourself from them, you know. Enjoy your man and his money. And you only got to see relatives sometimes once a year.
But don't isolate yourself. Make sure you have friends and all that kind of stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? Because you do have to be.
She might be bragging a bit too much and they're sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
It could
maybe.
Be
or they
that.
could just be cantankerous because they didn't have that in their life, and maybe they're single and old and they're just like, why can I have that?
I was a hot girl.
Do you know what I mean?
Back
like,
in
all of
my
that
day.
stuff.
And I ended up with Wilfred and him tree belly.
You know what I mean? So,
okay, let me squeeze in one more quickly. This is am I the asshole?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna cut this down very quickly. So it's, am I the asshole for embarrassing my husband over his racially toned joke about our son? Now, I'm a black woman. I'm married to a white man. We went to his family's barbecue. And when my son went running out with all of the other kids, he said, oh, my boy doesn't need to have suntan lotion because he's as dark as a biscuit. Yes. She goes on to say...
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, what?
Yes.
That he said it loud.
Yeah. Like, as a joke. Apparently, this is what her husband does. He does insensitive jokes like this about various people. Could be anything.
And you married him.
That's my point.
Okay.
That was going to be my point.
Now she and a few of the other people at the party, the white people too, like, you know, they gunned him a bit and they started teasing him about himself. He didn't like it. So when he got home, he then starts to have a go at his wife and he's like, you're an asshole for what you did to me. You embarrassed me in public. Her thing is, but you embarrassed my son and you embarrassed me and what you did was racist.
But that's his son as well, right?
Yeah. And so now she's feeling bad. So she's asking, am I the asshole for responding to that?
You're the asshole for marrying him, bro.
I mean,
like, do you know what I mean? How are you gonna, you fuck around, you find out? Do you know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna marry a man that you know he's got true form? Right. Yeah. And you think that's not gonna come up?
When these women complain about these things, I feel like that didn't come up now. He said something before.
Yeah.
That was kind of, maybe he said, you knew.
Yeah.
You knew. Yeah. You just didn't expect him to say it about your own child. But you've heard him say it about people before. You didn't expect him to say it about your own child, and you didn't expect him to say it in public. You expect him to keep those things in the house.
Yeah.
But that's what you marry. That's what you married.
and had a child with.
And had a child with.
And now the child has to listen to that.
And then you dished it out and now you can't handle it.
Yeah, basically.
You know what I mean? So you've got a weak motherfucker as well. Like,
what's the advice? Divorce, like all the celebs are getting divorced. Everybody else is at it. Maybe you need to cut him off.
Sit in the mud that you married.
Yeah.
My girl. That's sit in it. Sit in
Let
that.
him sulk.
Yeah,
So maybe you won't make a comment like that again. But then you also reflect on your actions.
Yeah.
Everyone's an asshole in this.
Yeah.
Only the child is the
Poor
safe one.
child.
Poor kid.
As dark as a
child.
biscuit. Do you know how British that is as
Hey,
well?
thank you.
So fucking racist. I hate this place. Serious.
Like you see, old me, if I heard that, would have cussed him off. But then I would have seen his wife and like, for your business that. And then
I know you want to jump in.
You want to jump in.
No.
It's like that's your business. That's your business.
You chose that.
Yeah, nah.
Oh mate, sad life. But yeah, sorry, you're all assholes. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, guys. Yes, we have. It's not been quite an hour, but the next pod is going to come on, so we got to go.
Oh,
Yeah, we're at that
thank you
time.
guys for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share
Yes,
as well.
Follow us on all the socials as well.
Yeah.
Marianne, where can they find you?
They can find me, Marianne Sunshine on Twitter, Marianne Sunshine on Instagram, IG. There might be like an underscore at the end somewhere
Yes,
like that, but
there
you know,
is.
you'll find me.
Yes.
It's-
Thank you so much, guys, and for everybody in the comments as well. We love you. Join me and Sade on Thursday for Labrish Live, where we're going to be talking all things reality TV.
Marriage at First Sight.
Yes. Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Love is Blind. Oh, we can't even. But Love is Blind.
Yeah,
is
Marriage at
insane.
First Sight. Love is Blind.
Probably Kardashians. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're probably going to talk
Yeah.
over the Kardashians again.
Yeah.
And by then, I think the new Blue Therapy would be out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we'll probably
what's
touch on
gonna
that.
be on?
That's on Channel 4.
Is that on Channel 4?
Yeah.
Are they gonna have the funny guy on it?
Which funny
What's the
guy?
You
funny
know
guy?
the funny guy. You know the funny guy.
The guy that was like
Yeah, you know the one that made all the funny noises. He was good.
Who's the funny guy?
You know the
the
one.
one,
that's
the one
talking
that
about.
said, "Is that necessary?" That one.
Yeah, that one.
Who, Paul?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Paul.
Oh,
Is that
no,
his
Paul's
name?
not on it.
I don't
that's a
think so.
shame.
Paul's got his own show coming out soon,
Yeah.
though, so
I
that's an
like
exclusive.
him.
So yeah, is it?
I like him.
Do you want to do an intro?
Do you want us to hear
Not in that way.
I'm just saying.
I would
it
not
out,
put,
you know?
listen, I told you I'm living a good life. I'm not putting up with that. You're crazy.
Oh no, but in real life, he's all right.
He's a decent guy.
I'm always. I know. we were trying to say goodbye.
Yeah,
but if
but-
we can do a matchmake,
Does he
Yeah.
have money?
I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my god.
Matchmaking.
All right, lovely. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Watch your space, guys. We're gonna come back and report this story.
Okay. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Actually, Mon, do you even know how to stop it? I didn't show you that.
Give us a second.
Come on the podcast.
This is so funny.
Come on the podcast. Get a man. Look
Yeah,
at me,
exactly.
man.
A chat, get a man.